Yo, welcome back. I didn't even know Prismatic Finale was a thing, to be honest. But also, you know what was kind of nice was Daylight Savings Time. It's had a 25-hour day today, man. You know all those days you're like, dang, what happens if I had an extra hour? Yeah, you get one of those. Living in America. Or, and then you lose the hour. So like, you can still sit there and imagine how many hours you could have had, but yeah, you know. Well, I think the year is wrapping up with competition and stuff, but I guess I can start to say my piece a little bit, where honestly I played pretty good this set, maintained Challenger for a few weeks, crashed out, and then witnessed possibly the worst competitive circuit TFT has ever had. Especially with the open tournament schedule that they had. And man, that was just... This has been a good set for me, but also probably one of the worst sets, like, overall. You know what I mean? So many people complain about all the competitive stuff that happened. All the cups were just absolutely disgusting. Between the Star Guardian Cup and the Mech Cup. I didn't even bother watching the Mech Cup, but you know, all the fundamental stuff for this game is like still pretty intact. Like, the only reason I can maintain Challenger or Grandmaster in this case is just because like I can try to play fundamentally okay. Can I click AFK here and be happy? I don't think so. I can click Silver Spoon and be happy. I kind of like over encumbered as well. I really want to level here. Silver Spoon or over? I'm just gonna go over encumbered. No, I play heavyweight first always. This is 2 bench slots, yes. I can go the tank. Yeah, I'm just gonna go the tank. Is it body change? Probably body change. I just slam Ginsu and play for... Yeah, it's all good. Play for HP saving this early game. But back to like all the cups and stuff, and wasn't able to play 4v4 this set, which is a little annoying. I do want to be participating in 4v4 stuff if I really wanted to go for competitive, but yeah, just how the bookie bumbles sometimes. And between all that, like, it was a pretty bad set overall, now that I really think about it. But I did grind quite a bit. I played a lot, and I'm pretty happy with how I performed, especially with how many like international players we had on the server this year. Between all the Latin American and Chinese people that played on this server, it was definitely one of the harder ones to climb, I think. Just off of sheer really good players that were playing. And I'm pretty sure like the whole EU player base, I played against all the tier 1 EU players. And like a lot of those like later games were just so difficult. That's because people were playing good. And I can go 4 heavyweight here. Do I actually rip the 4 heavyweight? Kabuko's like a lot better this turn. Kabuko's like a lot better this turn.
Brace yourself.
Should be able to win. I think this is gonna hit Yasuo. Oh, he's a BT. Item grab bag. Dude, and I think a lot of what I learned from this set, I think my Kai'Sa's dead. I lost this fight, really? Now I can't pre-level? That's okay. And now I don't have Wraith when I level up? Okay. Maybe it was wrong. I didn't scout before I made the decision anyway. But, I really just learned a lot more early and mid-game things. Because all the late game stuff, I really thought if I had a big enough lead or if I was given a line, I should really just play it. But that's just a lie. That is just all a lie. You just put the best comp in the bag. If it is the best comp and truly the best comp, you will be stable on 1 stars. No matter what. And a lot of the fights that you end up playing, like low-key, are just not your fault. And it happens a lot.
Don't test me.
Between okay, well, I mean, to be honest, a lot of them are your fault. If you're because you're not playing that good. Not playing so good that everything's not your fault. But also, I should have put this Valiant instead of Zephyri. But between the decision you are forced to make, like having to play the best comp, for example, being forced into such a line and then low rolling is like not your fault. But in those spots, you can pretty much just salvage like a 6 or a 5. Unless you're in like a lobby where you can actually innovate, but that's very, very rare these days. Just with how quickly everything gets optimized and all the patch stats and item stats and stuff like that. Like a lot of people probably just don't slam this Ginsu, but I think it's pretty good. Just because of how early game works for me. I'm never gonna play toward Kale, so I'd probably rather hold the Fury pair. But like the things that are your fault in this game are line selection and then augment selection. And I am horrible at augment selection. And when I started playing really badly, it's because my line selection sucked. I didn't want to continue playing Star Guardians for like the whole patch. And then I just lost like 400 LP. And crashed out. And you know, that's on me. That's on my line selection. And if you're picking bad lines, you're also picking bad augments. So yeah. And then lobby tempo and stuff. I think I have a pretty solid grasp of what I think it means to have lobby tempo. Especially between when lobbies get like a lot of really high HP players and a lot of low HP players. There's a lot more to think about there because at some point the win streakers have to sack to the loose, or it's not on purpose, but they will be a lot weaker than the loose streakers. And then mid streaking, so since the lobby's mid streaking like this lobby is not going to cap out that high. Because everyone's been able to damage the bottom 2 people, and then all these people here have to fight with mid boards. And since we all have to fight with mid boards, a lot of us are forced to roll a little earlier. Or we're not going to hit as hard when we hit level 8 because there's no massive HP discrepancy since he didn't 5 streak. Probably just bring Juggernauts at this point with these items. Have another Soul Fighter. I feel like Viego was takeable there.
Let's go.
Definitely making this claw. I think Reforge. I just play toward fast 9, I guess. I could have Sterexed. Sterax was like the only other thing I could do. But if I'm playing Ginsu, I'd probably just put the Gunblade in the bag. play multiple lines from this spot. And then also like the reroll comps. The reroll comps are actually pretty hard to play this set, other than hero augments. A lot of the 2-cost reroll comps. The Janna one, you needed a specific augment or power up. Katarina is like pretty hit or miss for some people. And then also like a lot of the requirements for not taking either of those. I could just slam a Sterex. Probably that's what I'm gonna do. This makes the most sense to me.
Mungo's pain always at 0.
Don't test
Just play the GP. How much is Kale doing? 495, but she gets AP. It's not like I have Shred. I do have Spear's Will, so maybe this is just better. And then also with how many people like sack every single game. So these lobbies where, I mean, I can just full autopilot from this spot and try to play like just a mid board, and I'm likely gonna go top 4 because 2 people are sacking, and one's trying to out sack the other one, and this one's just like this guy's spot's just straight up worse, but like he has a lot of gold. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that guy. I mean, I think that this guy's spat's like low-key pretty bad too. Probably 4 Juggernaut. I don't think the 2 Duelist is that important when I'm playing for long fight with 3 item tank and Gunblade. The Ginsu should scale up harder than the Duelist. But yeah, between all the stuff that happened this set and the only competitive tournament that I really signed up for, other than I probably could have made first snapshot realistically, and maybe that's a little on me for not being too ambitious to signing up for it. And we'll see. We'll see if I continue to compete. Maybe one more year of competition. Then maybe that'll be it. It's all good. That'll be that. Because I have a few like new YouTube ideas that I might want to do for a year, or a little bit easier to do for a year without ripping my hair out. Because dang, dude, anything like this competitive, especially at the highest level, there really are just levels to everything. I don't have as much experience, so I'm gonna have to build the experience. And then also, with how many things were just straight up gate kept and like not available to public this set, and with how many people, how important it has to have like even a small study group just to figure things out. And like the second requirement is your study group has to be a little high low, which is sometimes it's a little bit hard for both things to happen at the same time, you know what I mean? Because you can have your friends, but do not expect to go very far without having like really everyone being really good. Because they also have to notice stuff that's sometimes unnoticeable, in my opinion. Like tailoring your augments and like testing for stuff like that. And just like testing for bugs, man. You need people that are willing to just sit there and test for bugs. And me personally, if it feels wrong to do, I probably will just not do it. And I feel like testing for bugs and stuff like that just definitely feels wrong. And then abusing it as well. I don't know if I can get behind that. But you gotta do what you gotta do apparently. that's just how it goes. Need a little bit more damage. Skipped a lot of Kaisas. Attack expert. Bullet hell is fine. Bludgeoner is fine. Go bullet hell. Bludgeoner's more damage, right? Bludgeoner's more damage.
Don't test me.
If I leveled and played duelist, would I have won that? Probably. If I fought correct side, would I have won that? Also probably. That guy's playing Ashe. Okay, I'm just going fast 9. And then it's like decision trees like this, like I'm just gonna sack the rest of the game and see if I can go 9. And why am I doing that? I don't know, because it seems like it has the highest win out potential. But in tournament, like I'd probably just have to try to play for a 6th tier and contest the Ashe player. My items are pretty good for Ashe. But it's pretty likely that I just have to go 9 from the spot with this much of an HP lead. And with other people not being able to cap out as high, for sure. Because of the HP dynamic, and then this guy probably didn't have the best cash out. He did not. And this guy's gonna go for another cash out, but he's also just playing Crystal Gambit.
For tranquility.
My board's serviceable enough, I think. Because, I mean, this doesn't cap the highest. This doesn't cap the highest. Yeah. So on and so forth. Probably just GS. Could have won IE. But I'd rather have the better item now. You can start making Lee Sin items. And one more tank item. Also, a few things for like TFT and for like content like this in general. This like whole longer form stream type gameplay and commentary, I'm not really the best at. Especially for like longer form commentary, because I'll say like a few educational things, but there's just too much time in between rounds and a lot of dead time where I'm sitting there thinking. And thinking is a large part of this game. I can never egg here. How bad is Mess Hall? Sponging? Sponging's pretty bad.
Strength above all.
It's probably IE. Unless it's P-Val. Just gonna IE, put it on Darius for now. Now is Radiant, I'm just gonna go Radiant GS. It just has to be better than anything else I can go here. And I'm just not gonna go 8 because I want to greed and go 9. Make sure all the correct units are in the bag. Yep. He has 2 Cassantes. Pretty difficult for me to get through. See if I can actually get to this Uni. Wow. Very surprising. And winning this round means I can go 9 pretty safely. I'll have enough HP by 5 too for sure.
What you say about my mama?
I think I 2-star this always. Which means I probably do this. Do I have a level for Jug here? 31. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I'd rather greed, right? I can force streak here if I win. Can I force streak? Okay, I mean, I saw someone that it looks like I could force streak. This guy's no IE. Oh, he has Water Lotus though. No IE, but has Water Lotus. Gather Force. Maybe the HP saving is worth it from the 6 Juggernaut. I saved a little bit of HP here. There was one matchup I thought I could win. I'm also playing the lower cap version of Fast 9, so I do need to save a little bit of HP, but I think in this spot it was wrong to level. I think I saved 2 HP from leveling there. I mean, that's just not worth it. Can just run the P-Vow. No big deal. Second Bramble, P-Vow, just part of the P-Vow. And we just chill. We didn't lose a lot from the level, which is why it doesn't feel that bad. Dropping Aatrox and Darius later. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I'll have 20 gold to roll. I need more than 20, I'm not gonna lie. That's a future me issue though. Oh wow, my set doesn't even cast. It also has a Radiant. This is the guy that cashed out, right? Yeah. Doesn't look too strong for the cash out. I didn't roll on 8 at all. This guy's still on Garen 2. I think he's gonna hit Garen 3 this turn and fight me though. Just have a funny feeling that's gonna happen. Rest in peace. He was in my pool. I can get a free round here, which I'd really prefer. And free round. Dang. Oh, it's even worse that this guy got the free round. He's 5 Crystal Gambit. He would way rather have some kills there. Oh, against Garen 2. Does have Rakan 3 and Ezreal 3 though. Probably gonna lose. Honestly, this is pretty close. I killed the Rakan, wow. 53 HP. 60, 70. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. Probably just warming up. No, I'm a degen, but I'm taking on the edge. One more backliner for a turn.
They aren't gonna like this.
Molda. I think it's healing. Schmolda. this guy a free round. Unless Lee Sin is just him. That guy did so much damage. $36, 20 to roll. Somebody else is dead.
Now we prove our courage.
Pretty big.
What'd you say about my mama?
Threw the Seraphine in the bag or what?
I can do this.
I have no Aatrox.
Your skill against mine.
Definitely not enough to roll. That is okay. I have 36 HP and I intend to use all of it. That is a lot of damage my Lee Sin just did. That is insane. Okay, all but 2, please. Okay, I live another turn for sure. Need somebody random to die. Played the hardest matchup as well.
Follow my voice.
Now for the finish.
Noxious Trap.
Our duel begins.
Hopefully I win so I can buy this extra Zyra. Oh, he almost got his cast off. I gotta protect my Lee Sin better. I don't really need the Zyra to be honest. I need the Braum. Braum and Beeson. Oh, take my 5th. And I'm happy. I'm not really bothered by anything that happened this game. Stick the 5 gold in the bag. Okay, that's me inputting the dev hacks.
Great day to fight.
Okay, 1. Do I see Lee Sin? Bro. Can I even aim my Lee Sin? I'm not gonna bother trying, man. Alright, whatever happens, GG. These two Crystal Gambit players played a good Crystal Gambit game. Wow. What a power spike Braum was. Hey, good job, Set. Anyone lose? Nope. I think I'm gonna get matchmaking tier. I did not cap out high enough. No, that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just don't cap out high enough. So I won't win this game. And I didn't have enough money to go 9, but I was kind of forced to go 9. Because I didn't have a Kraken Slayer. For my Ash. Oh, maybe I can win this one. I am not facing the Braum, I'm facing the wrong way. Need Braum to ult, not Lee Sin. Ult Lee Sin. Okay, it's on my TF, I lost. Alright, and that's that. I think the rest of the games from today on are gonna be pretty chill. Not really gonna bother too much about talking about the game or really trying to learn too much. Just play until the end of the set, and so I can finish out the year playing every single day, which is gonna be pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching.